Hello everyone. In this video, we'll discuss one common requirement, which is in Jenkins, we create a job and we configure our project as a SCM, and then there is build triggers section where when you want to trigger your build. Okay, so the common requirement is after every commit that you make into your GitHub repository, you wanted to execute a build in Jenkins. So that can be done in different ways. The usual option is like poll SCM. So if you do like this, for every minute, your Jenkins will send a request to your GitHub to check that whether there is a change set is there or not. So if there is a change set, then a build will be triggered. But with this approach, the downside is for every minute, Jenkins has to send a request to GitHub, which is an extra overhead. Okay. Instead Jenkins making the calls, if GitHub knows when a commit has been made or when a push has been made. So when any push happens, then what it does is automatically send that request or send that information to the Jenkins. So if you configure that from GitHub, then it can be easily done. So in order to do that, we have to do certain changes or configurations in your Jenkins and along with the GitHub side. The first option is you have to choose GitHub hook trigger in Git SCM polling. Choose that and save it. So this is what your configuration at job level, and then in the Jenkins level, you have to go to manage Jenkins and configure system. Here we need to make few changes. Okay, the first one is if you go down, so there is GitHub server. In the GitHub server, you have to provide the uh, details. So if it is not already there, let's say for example, so you can click on add GitHub server, and then you can give a name, say GitHub, and then credentials. So for the credential side, you have to add a credentials, and these credentials, please remember, it's not username with password. It has to be secret text. Now, what is a secret text? Where we can get a secret text of your GitHub. So actually, this has to connect to the GitHub, right? So you have to get it from the GitHub. So go to your repository and then go to the settings like profile settings and developer settings. And here you can see personal access tokens. Generate a new token, and token will be uh, you can give any name. Let's say I can give Jenkins webhook. You can give any name, and the scope that you have to give is admin repo hook. Okay, that is where the permissions to fetch the information from uh, GitHub. Okay, and also it's optional. Then generate token. So whatever the token that we have, copy that. So and give the same secret here, this one, and add. Okay, so choose whatever that we have created. Now we have created secret text, and click on manage hooks and then save. Okay, this is the settings that you have to do from Jenkins side. And also in GitHub, you have to make few changes, which is go to the project on which you want to create a request. Let's say I change something in SST-API, so it should trigger a build in my Jenkins. So for this, you have to create a webhook in your repository. That webhook will be responsible to post your request. So go to the settings and then go to the webhooks. Here you can add a webhook. the payload URL. This payload URL you can get it from your Jenkins, and you see secret, right? You have to give the same secret that you have given. So, and the webhook URL, how you can get is configure system, and then here for GitHub server you have, right? The test connection, you can click on text connection to make sure that you have this message came, and if you click on this help button, it will give you what is the webhook. So this webhook, generally what you will get is you are mostly handling this from your okay, so mostly from local host, local servers, right? So that's where this comes into picture. No, yeah, this is this webhook that we are talking about. Okay, now, yeah. So please remember, this is two things you have to remember here. Like slash is mandatory after your webhook. Okay, don't forget that. And there is this next one is which events would you like to trigger? That is just push event, and this is active, and then add webhook. So when you add the webhook, what they are going to sell is there are error in the setting up webhook, so localhost is not supported. Okay, so actually the requirement is your GitHub is in internet and your Jenkins server is in your local. So when GitHub want to make the call to your local server, as your local server is not in internet, you cannot do this webhook. Okay, you cannot make that. So the immediate thing that you have to do is uh, few other options you have, like you can give the mm, let's say this IP address. Okay, so if you give the IP address instead of localhost, it will save. Okay, it will save. And but when you make a web uh, when you push, it will not work. So what it will say, it will tell you is, if you see recent deliveries, so we could not deliver this payload, failed to connect. Okay, so that is happens because your IP address is not internet exposed. So what do we do now? For that, there is a solution, which is this application. This ngrocks makes your local URLs into public accessible URLs. Okay, so what you need to do is here register and log in into the ngrok. Okay, so and download your ngrok based on your OS. Okay, so somewhere I have created like so I downloaded into this one. So this is the zip file. In this, I have to unzip. Okay. When I unzip, I will get a file called ngrok. Okay. So here I need to do two steps. One step is authenticate my account by using this auth token. This auth token will be unique for me. Okay. And this is done. And the second step is we need to map our locally running server to the public, right? So how can I do that? On which server, in which port that it is executing? It is executing on 8080 port. So I should make that 8080 publicly accessible. So then you'll have this command ngrok http 80. So it is like 8080. Now a service will be executing, so which maps your localhost http 8080 server to this URL. Okay, and now so that URL can be configured in your So instead of your Jenkins location, Jenkins URL, you can put this. Okay. So automatically your webhook will be updated. Where is this your webhook? Mm, See, take this webhook and come back. Here you can edit or update. So if it is not here, like you can just click on edit and then you can modify this. Okay, please remember you have to use forward slash at the end. If you don't do that, then it will not work. Okay, so update webhook. Now webhook updated. So what we do is we'll test this whether it's working or not. Okay, how do you test that? You'll make some code change, some push is happen. So it should automatically our bell should automatically trigger. So now it is build 2. So next will be build 3. So how do you do that? You can either do it from any uh, local service or I'm just testing it, right? And then it's saying, yeah. Okay. So commit changes. Okay, now I made the change. So what it should be doing, it whenever I commit the things, so it should make a request to the your GitHub should make a request to the Jenkins so that Jenkins will be triggering. Okay, see it works here. So it's automatically triggered. Now you can go to the webhook and see the events also. So I'll show you that events. Webhook and you come here and there is this green like tick mark that means it's working fine and you can see here recent deliveries one delivery has been made. So once the delivery made you can see like this is the request and the payload and then you will get the response, all the things will be done. So this is how you have to configure your webhook in GitHub to make a call in the Jenkins, and your local Jenkins server has to be publicly exposed. So that's why you have run another service which is called ngrok. So these two services has to be running in parallel. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Any questions? Comment. I'll try to answer them.